This video is about creating a vector mask and using that in Photoshop animation. First of all, if it's for the web and for an advert, you would need to work out the size. I'm going to make mine a large rectangle, which is 336 times 280. So let's create a new document. 336 times 280. 72 pixels per inch and RGB color. Let's just make that a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to bring in an image. So let's work with this photographic image. Okay. Now, what I want to do with it is to apply a vector mask so that we only see through a little porthole, and I can move that mask around until I find the guilty face of the puppy. So that's the idea. So the first thing that I want to do is make sure I've got everything in place. So I've got my image in place. I'm going to rasterize it in. And I'm going to switch on the timeline. So I'm going to create a video timeline. By default, it will be 5 seconds long. So you need to decide how long you want your animation to be. And then I also need to switch on the vector mask. So just make sure that you're on the layer and you say layer, vector mask, reveal all. The next thing to do is to open up the timeline, and then what you'll see is an additional couple of things. Normally you only get position, opacity and style. We're only really interested in the vector mask position. So I'm going to click in the first keyframe, and then I'm going to draw the shape that I want to work with. So obviously you can choose your shape, you could choose a custom shape as well. I'm just going to go with an ellipse tool, and I'm going to draw the shape. So that's what should happen, providing you put the keyframe in place, and when you draw your shape, the mask will hide everything but the area you've drawn. Now there are 3 things I can do with a mask. One of the things is I could simply ignore the vector mask position and look at the position of the layer itself. And if I add in a first keyframe and let's say another keyframe at 1 second, I could just simply move the whole thing around. So that would be one thing I might do. The second thing I might do is unlock the picture from the mask, and then just make sure you select the picture only, and then you can actually move the picture around. So the picture can move underneath the mask, and then you have something like this. Okay, so that's the second thing. What I'm really interested in is moving the mask around the picture itself. So I'm just going to go back and get rid of all these keyframes. Actually, I'll just put the image back to where it was. Now, if you recall, I'd already put in a keyframe here. And once again, I need to put in an additional keyframe where I want a change to occur. And if I just simply try to move it, I'd move the whole thing. So I need to make sure that I'm in the right tool. And I need to come down here to the path selection tool. And it's the black arrow tool. There is a white one as well. There's a black arrow tool. And that allows me to pick up the path and move the path. So let's just have it seeking. So I'm going to have it coming over here. And then I'll pop one in here at 2 seconds, and we'll move it over there. And then final one where we have the mask moving in over the puppy's face. So now it looks something like this. You can export in the same way. File, export, save for web. Check it's an animation forever if you wish. Check it's a GIF. And just check it's not getting horrendously high down here. That's still okay. So I'm going to say save. And I'll just pop it on my desktop. And then of course you can preview it in a browser so you can see what it's going to look like. That's it.